Welcome to Nationwide, where this evening we have positive stories from Dublin's north inner city. It's estimated that almost 20,000 Chinese or people of Chinese descent live in Ireland today. They are based in many parts of the country, but mostly in our cities. Traditionally, they are involved in running Asian shops and Chinese restaurants. The first of the Chinese to come here in the 1990s came mostly from Hong Kong, but today that first wave has been joined by many more who have come to work in many different fields, from tech to the pharmaceutical industries. In recent years, more and more Chinese people are coming here to study courses at our colleges and universities. They have provided an economic boost to the third-level sector here. At this time of the year, the Chinese and other Asian communities from the Philippines, Korea, Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, Cambodia, and Vietnam are all gearing up for a holiday and period of celebration. East Asian community groups around Ireland are getting ready to celebrate Chinese or Lunar New Year. At Hill Street Family Resource Centre in Dublin, volunteers of all ages have been preparing for the annual New Year event, and they're looking forward to having locals get involved in the cultural festivities. I went along to find out more from the community. Chinese New Year, also known as Lunar New Year, is a traditional festival in China and among Chinese communities worldwide. The date of Chinese New Year typically falls between mid-January and mid-February, as it is based on the lunar calendar. The celebration lasts for 15 days, with each day holding special significance. Families gather for a reunion dinner on New Year's Eve, and the entire period is marked by various activities, including dragon or lion dances and the giving of red envelopes, which sometimes contain money for good luck. In the Chinese zodiac, which follows a 12-year cycle, each year is associated with one of the 12 animals, and 2024 is the year of the dragon. Today I'm in North Dublin, where Lunar New Year celebrations will be taking place on a large scale.
Dublin, and in particular Dublin's north-east inner city that we're here today, is a diverse, multicultural, modern metropolitan city. And we've got people from all over the world, and this community, the Asian community, are celebrating their Lunar Year. It's important that we show respect to that community and embrace their culture, and we're going to have a great time.
The air is buzzing with excitement here at Hill Street Family Resource Centre, which is one of 121 family resource centres around the country. Since September, dedicated volunteers of all ages have been preparing for the annual Hill Street Lunar New Year Festival, which is set to take place from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. on the 11th of February.
10 years ago, some of our parents came together with one of the staff, and they were facilitated to look at identity and culture. And from that, the parents requested that we put on an evening session where Chinese parents could teach their children about their own culture. And the whole idea of that was that they build their own identity and become confident young children living in Ireland. From there, the first year, that was 10 years ago, we had 80 people attending our first celebration. And last year we celebrated on the street with about 4,500 people attending. The whole event is run by our parents themselves. Everything that happens on the street has volunteers running it. All the activities are led by volunteers.
I'm from from China. The kids grow here. They not know very much about Chinese culture. And when history have this celebrated the Lunar New Year's, and the kids can know it first. And even this year, my little girl's best friend, she's not from China. She can join dancing and let the other kids know about the Lunar New Year's. We feel like very welcome in these centers, and help. When you have the small kids, you kind of like block yourself. But here it's like open to you. You know the people and great like a community to bring everyone together.
Lisa is a community coordinator here at the Family Resource Center. She's been involved in organizing this festival since it first began. And when she's not doing that, she's teaching the young children here traditional songs and dances.
The Hill Street Lunar New Year event is not just an event. I think the children, when 10 years ago, everybody come to watching, come to join, and then they grow with us. So more and more people, children come back and say, I wanted to do this, I want to do that. So I started set up a Chinese New Year, Chinese dancing group 4 years ago. And children love to learning some Chinese style dance. And they love the costume as well. Every year we have to pick up something they really like it. I really like a Chinese taste, and they love it. You can see them, they're like, oh, I'm a princess, like that, yeah. I have children who born here, grew up here. I think it's really important for them to be proud of where they're from, who they are, and a culture, what the culture they had. I think it's really, really important, yeah. I think now it's kind of traditional for the community now. Everybody, more and more people involved, and more and people to put hand up and say, oh, I want to do this, I can do that. You can see it was so busy downstairs, yeah. Every year, people got back to us say, oh, I love it, I want to do more.
One of the driving forces behind this festival is to encourage a sense of pride and confidence in the young people involved.
I think originally when we looked at it, we were looking at identity and belonging, and we found that some children of Chinese origin were being bullied at school, and we were looking at how do we build their confidence so that other children in the school will look at them and think, wow, that's an amazing sort of culture that you have. And that has developed. We work with 6 to 8 of the local schools. They now run art workshops for their children in school. Children learned how to say hello in Chinese to each other. And I think that confidence has led to the children growing up to be taller and stronger. And actually in the background, if you see some of the girls here, they started here when they were 4 and 5. That was their first performance, and now they're 15, 16, 17. So they've continued to come, so we must be doing something right.
This is the large poster that will act as a backdrop to the performances that will take place during the festival. It was important for the volunteers to include visual elements that represent all the East Asian communities that have been involved in preparations over the last few months.
When we started working on this, as you can see, I'm not Chinese or Korean or Mongolian, so I had to take from the parents. I kind of asked them what are the things that you would decorate your houses with back in China or in Korea. What would you like to see on the banner? And we had a whole plan and a list of food items, clothing, words that they have written outside their houses, and I used that as inspiration to come up with this plan. And then everybody's been working on it. We've had I think 5 to 10 people off and on, coming in every Monday evening and working on this banner. So this has been definitely collaborative.
The Hill Street Lunar New Year celebration is set to be a day filled with activities that cater to all. More information can be found on hillstreetfrc.ie. The Hill Street Family Resource Centre is a most welcoming place, and all the people involved there are doing great work. Happy New Year to all the Chinese and East Asians that will be celebrating this weekend.